For more than 30 years, Professor Henrietta Mensah Bonsu, a lecturer in law, has worked and served in various capacities locally and internationally. She was a member of the National Reconciliation Commission, Committee on the Review of the Educational Reforms, and the Police Council. She was a board member of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, the New Times Corporation, among others. Professor Henrietta Mensah Bonsu was a member of the Committee of Eminent Jurists on the Lockerbie case. She was also appointed the Deputy Special Representative of the United Nations Secretary General for Rule of Law in Liberia. She had published a number of books and journals, giving a lot of public lectures, and attended many professional conferences and seminars. Professor Henrietta Mensah Bonsu teaches criminal law, jurisprudence, and conflict resolution at the University of Ghana and is a director of Legon Center for International Affairs and Diplomacy.
I was born on the 29th of October 1957 in Kumasi to Mr. Jacob Banfo, who later became Nana Brano Champon II, now of blessed memory, and Mrs. Elizabeth Banfo. I was the fourth in line and the eldest daughter. Four more came after me, and then other relations who grew up with us. So we grew up in a very big family. I started primary school in the 1962-63 academic year at the State Primary. This was before it moved to Denyami to become State Experimental. In our day, it was near Bantama. And my father was a tutor then at Wesley College, so it was close by. Later, he changed jobs and moved to Ghana Broadcasting Corporation in Accra. And because of that, the family moved to Accra. And then I continued my primary education at Ebenezer Primary at Mamprobi, and then Kitson Mills Primary at Coligono. Then I entered middle school and went to Mamprobi 1 Girls Middle School. And then the family moved house again, this time to East Accra. And so I was moved from there to Kotobabi 1 Mixed Middle School, where I sat common entrance and went to Wesley Girls High School. I entered Wesley Girls in 1970, and I left in 1977 as I was the assistant senior prefect in my final year. And Wesley Girls has really shaped my life, shaped my philosophies, and ensured that I stayed the course. I was really influenced by many of my teachers, including a headmistress who is now of blessed memory. She taught us the value of hard work, simplicity, and just getting on with things without a fuss. So I think I have imbibed some of those lessons. I think when there's work to be done, you just roll up your sleeves and do it. I think as far back as I can remember, I wanted to be a lawyer. And as far back as I can remember, I wanted to be a teacher. So the two came together nicely for me, and I'm very content. Well, I was a member of the National Reconciliation Commission, and I worked for the UN for 4 years as the Deputy Special Representative of the Secretary General in Liberia, doing consultancy or things, you know, all kinds of organizations that have need for resources. Most recently, I was on the United Nations Secretary General's independent panel on peace operations. So that took quite a bit of my time, but fortunately, the work ended, and now we are just doing mopping up activities. I've published a number of books, including textbooks on criminal law, and a large number of articles, and these days I'm writing more and more international law and the work of the United Nations. of course, received a number of awards from school, but since leaving school, I've won a Fulbright Fellowship, which took me to the United States for a year. I won a Unitwin Award, which took me to Zimbabwe for 2 weeks. I've won a Meritorious Award from Akwafu Hall, where I am a fellow and where I was the first female senior tutor. I won a Meritorious Award from the University of Ghana in 1999. I received an honorable citation from the Ghana Armed Forces for the work I did in Liberia. Glitz magazine gave me an award for excellence in education.